Welcome to the Twin Rinks in Stamford, where your Connecticut Polar Bears are taking on TeamONE in game number 2 of the Shoulder Check Tournament. Face-off won by the Polar Bears. Jane Millay taking it up behind the net, looking for a wraparound goal. Peterson behind her, a battle there. Peterson comes up with it, looks, passes it off, intended for Gabrielle. Gabby Goddard. Elkins has it. Takes it behind the net. TeamONE looking to set up. Goddard there. Pass goes in front of the net. Not happening this time. Little dig out fight. Looks like that's Peterson in there with Goddard. Peterson has it. Gets it between the feet. The center line taken away by TeamONE. Annie Gingras there to make something of it. Peterson's off the ice. Out comes McLean Myers. TeamONE looking to move. Gets a setup somewhat in front of the net, but not enough to do anything with it. Goddard up the ice. Dumps it off. She'll come off in favor of Ella Williams. Back around behind the corner. In. Ends up with Myers. Passed out, across the blue line. Bears will have to regroup, maintain control in the neutral zone. Brielle Plort now coming up on the left-hand side. Chips it in, tries to get it past. Not happening right now. That's okay. Emma Gross has it. On the blue line. Myers. Little curl. Collision. And Myers tries, wants to shoot between two. Doesn't happen. Pass in front of the net. Taken away by TeamONE. Rydell at the point. Manages to keep it on the correct side, the back end of the blue line, behind the net. Gross, McInnes now in the corner. Passed away. Rydell again keeping it. McInnes getting tripped, no call coming up. Referee believing that the puck was being played. Williams takes that away. TeamONE gets it briefly into the Bears zone, but not happening this time. Kaylee Culinary now out now, chasing down, along with Josie Yoon. Culinary moving up the ice, going off to the right-hand side. Turning, looking for a saucer pass intended for Yoon, who was set up beautifully in front of the net. Millay out now. Peterson out for Yoon. She'll chase it behind the net, just runs into somebody. One manages to clear. Claire McKay had a chance at it. Off to Goddard. Goddard to Millay. Millay on the drag around one, ends up with Peterson. Peterson at the center, in traffic, passes it off, comes back to McKay. TeamONE will clear. Gingras was there, but it's poked away. Goes back. Will come back across the blue line. Will it come back as an icing? That's the question. Whistle blows, hand goes up, icing's the call. And the Polar Bears look like they're going to be keeping their forwards out and substituting out their defensemen. So it'll be Gingras, Peterson, Millay out with Williams and Elkins. Oh, we got a disagreement on the nature of the face-off. Face-off ends up going toward the goalkeeper. Sends it into the opposite corner. Peterson comes up with it. Looks for a pass intended for Gingras. Intercepted. That'll go long. No icing called that time. Play continues. Gingras gets it near Peterson. Peterson now got two in front. Looks. Takes the shot. Low angle, low probability, but a shot anyway. Elkins had it for a second, taken away by TeamONE. Plord is now out on the ice. TeamONE, first set play of the game for them, I think. All right, so Plord's out. Peterson just got off the ice, and here comes Myers. Giving chase. TeamONE looking to move around. Again, looking for a setup. Player tries the reverse. Bears don't bite. Myers now takes it away from TeamONE. That'll come long up. Almost came long up the boards, got stopped. Elkins sends it long, touches a player. That will not be an icing. Plord chases that down into the far corner. Manages to get into a board battle there. We'll zoom in for a second. Plord intended for Gross. It's a loose puck. McKay took a shot, just went off to the left. That one will go long. Will it come back as an icing? Yes, it will. So 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Sorry, that's being slightly covered up by a seam in the net and a break in the glass there. You're looking at the scoreboard, but it's 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this period. Josie Yoon on the face-off. Out with Kaylee Culinary and Lane McGinnis. Comes long, broken up, taken back by TeamONE. McKay, loose puck in the center. Shot goes high and off to the left. Ewan and McKay blanketing. Ewan now, intended for Culinary. Gets to where it gets past. Just a little too past. Taken away. Charlotte Riddell. Board battle this time behind the net. Puck comes loose. Ends up with Lane McGinnis. McGinnis to Culinary. Culinary on the charge. She gets taken off to the right-hand side. Yoon will be there. Yoon sends it back. Culinary. Back and forth that goes. Comes across the blue line. That'll be Goddard trying to pick that up. Goddard sends it toward Culinary, picked off. Goddard off the boards at the blue line. Yoon sends that long, no icing called there. Switch out. Peterson's on the ice, along with Gingras and Elkins. Goddard off to the right-hand side, picked off by Peterson. Peterson looking for an outlet, gets it back to Elkins. Elkins fires, goes off to the right. Somebody might have gotten a piece of that themselves. Millay to Peterson, intended for Gingras. Gingras picks it back up. Peterson attempted on the tip-in. Good goaltending by TeamONE prevents that from going into the net. Peterson on the tie-up toward the net. That was a shot from Gingras. Team One now advancing up the ice. Gingras on the chase back. Loose puck goes behind the net. On the boards, Peterson now tied up by a Team One player. Gets it off to Godard. Godard chipping off the boards. Has a chance to get that forward. 4-on-2. Godard intended a pass for Peterson. Surging on the far side of the net. Just couldn't get it through the stick of the goaltender. Loose, but not loose enough. So another good generation of offense. And everybody will switch out for both sides. McLean Myers taking the face off. Gets it back to Gross, almost picked off. That'll be Ella Williams. Back up the boards. Wanted to get that to Brielle Plord, not this time. Riddell. Back over. Ends up with Williams. Williams will send it forward to Plord. That gets across the blue line. Plord now on the advance, coming up the right-hand side, cuts toward the middle. Pass off to Myers. Myers in a backhanded pass intended for Gross, gets knocked away. Riddell, Plord behind the net, just loses an edge. Team One has it. Team One advancing across center. Dumps, elects for a change. Riddell to Gross. Gross around one. She'll have one in front or two in front. Charging up the middle. Gets tripped up. Tries to pass it off the Plord just a little too far forward. No hand raised. Plord back to the point. That'll be Emma Gross wanting to get there. Team One will dump that off. 3 minutes to go in this first period. Team One with the puck on the advance. Myers trying to create some hay. Yoon out now. Myers comes off the ice and on comes Culinary. So the forward set is changed out. Team One tries to get it. Gets it to Culinary. Culinary's got uninterrupted space and time. Goes off high into the left. Good opportunity. Puck comes loose into the neutral zone. That'll be Gabby Godard there to pick it up. Moves it across the blue line. Back and forth that goes. Puck goes up, hits a cage. Bounces back in favor of Team One. Yoon to Culinary. All right, we'll try this again. Culinary's got one in front. It's knocked away, ends up with Yoon. Yoon covered, ends up with McGinnis. McGinnis gets the shot and is saved by the keeper. So new everybody. Peterson out with Malay and Gingras, Elkins and Williams, the blue liners. Ends up with Peterson. Peterson will have a chance. Got one behind her. Gets past that, gets past the second. Turns, shot, fire. Good shot, good save. Gingras had a chance at it, not this time. Williams is there, picks it up and sends it back. Peterson to Malay. Malay around behind the net, that gets poked away. Team One has it, they'll take it past the blue line. Pass straight to Elkins. Elkins picks that up and that'll be offside. Or if we're going to copy the old movie Major League, just a bit offside. Other quotes from Major League that I won't repeat here. Myers wins the faceoff, sends it back to Elkins, sends it immediately over to Williams. Plord trying to cut across. Myers, a shot blocked. 48 seconds remaining in the period. Gross turning around. TeamONE on a pass. Circled around at the blue line. Across to center. Williams directing that away from the net. TeamONE getting a chance, looking for a wraparound. Loose in front of the net, goes nowhere. Williams to Plord. Plord gets it across the blue line. Myers coming up now. That'll be Rydell. Rydell. Cross to McKay as the outlet. McKay intended for Plord. That gets intercepted. Plord comes up with it anyway. Sends that long just as the period comes to a close. So after one, we have a tie game at Goose Eggs, but we'll see what happens in the next 14 minutes. See you back in a second. Welcome back to the second period. Still a tie game. Nothing's changed in the intermission. Be Josie Yoon taking the face-off out with Lane McGinnis and Kaylee Culinary. Claire McKay and Charlotte Riddell backing them up. That opener taken by TeamONE. TeamONE tries for a shot. Not that time. And looks like we have a hooking call. Maybe? I know it's going to be against the Polar Bears. That'll be a call for hooking on Charlotte Riddell. So that'll be a minute and a half, I believe. You see that come up on the scoreboard in a second. McGinnis coming off. So we have two defensemen and two forwards out for the Polar Bears. Yoon taking the face-off again. Shot, save, and goes in. TeamONE draws first blood off the face-off on the power play. Yoon scrapping, fighting, gets it. Turns, looks, gets it back to Elkins. Elkins goes across, intended for Goddard, picked up by Culinary. Culinary pass to the center. Culinary looking backwards, gets it to Yoon. Yoon tries to advance out to McGinnis, but it's picked off before she gets there. That'll be Goddard. Bedard up to McGinnis. McGinnis wanted to get it to you, and that's poked away. Gingras out now. We got the beginnings of a forward change. McGinnis poked away before she can take the backhanded shot. Malay out for Culinary, and Peterson out for Yoon. Malay gets it across, gets it near Peterson. Just a bad angle. Malay wants it loose. Backhanded shot from Gingras, just goes wide to the left. Williams sends that long. And we'll come back. Williams gets it to Gingras. Gingras looks for a pass, gets it to Peterson. That's interrupted just before. Goes across. Malay at the feet of Gingras. That's poked away. Peterson will have it for a moment. Gets involved in a board battle behind the net. Off to Gingras, intended for Malay. Over to Williams this time. Williams looks for a shot and a set, blocked. Malay will go into the corner. That'll come up to the point with Williams. Gross out now. Peterson off in favor of Myers. So Team One will come back for the first time in a little while. And that'll be a stop. Reeve Burley makes that stop. 11:09 remaining in the second. Again with a Team One lead over the Polar Bears of 1-0. Myers will take the face-off. McKay sends that around the boards, gets near Plord. Team One just a little faster on that one. Pass in front, doesn't get where Team One wants it to go. Gross tries to get it across the blue line. Gets caught at the feet of one of Team One. Bedard sends that long, no icing called that time. It'll come across. Myers was there and it almost went in her favor. Oop. Team One will self-trip. It's up with Plord. Plord manages to get it behind the Team One player for the moment. That puck took an awkward bounce off of one of the doors at the board. Bedard up to Myers across the blue line. Team One will have to regroup. McKay forward to Gross. Touch pass off intended for Myers. Again, it'll go across the blue line. Plord gets that across the bar. Plord now sends that toward the net. That'll be deflected off. So shot on goal for Brielle Plord. 9:22-21. Yoon out now. Shot from Team One. Deflected off to the left-hand side. Elkins using the body to brush off one of the Team One players. McKay over to McGinnis. Yoon tried to get up the boards. Pass bounces off McGinnis. Culinary up to Yoon. Yoon will try to get around one. It's poked away, ends up over with McGinnis. McGinnis looking for an outlet, and Ella Williams gets it to Williams. Williams on the shot, loose puck. Yoon wanted it. Wanted that piece. Elkins pass to the center. Culinary was there for a second. Williams back again. Williams, third time, not the charm that time, but that's all right. That being the exception for Ella Williams, not the rule. 9:30 and under. Back to Williams. Williams tried to get it forward to Culinary. That'll be McGinnis coming into the opposite corner. That will go long. No icing. Williams Williams forward to Culinary. Culinary across the blue line. McGinnis having to pivot. Gets it back to Elkins. Puck goes loose, picked up by Team One across center ice. Across the blue line, intercepted by Williams. Culinary tries to move that forward. Yoon will chase McGinnis, and that'll be a delayed offside, not called because the Polar Bears did not touch it first. Peterson out. Interrupted whatever the plan was. That ends up with McKay. Slight miscommunication there by the Polar Bears results in Team One gaining control. Elkins has it. That'll be Team One. Oh, Elkins on a little fake. Tried to catch Team One in a line change. Malay will chase that up, and that'll come back as an icing, so it's not worth expending the energy there. 7 minutes and 12 seconds, ironically, as number 7 and number 12 come across the front of the screen with 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Face-off won by Team One. Into the glove of Reeve Burley, and we'll try this again. That took 4 seconds off the clock. Let's see what this one does. This time won by the Polar Bears. That'll be Andy Gingras charging up the middle. Being forced off to left. That'll be Charlotte Riddell. Wind up and the pitch. Goes left and in! Polar Bears tie it up. First goal of the season for Charlotte Riddell on a sniper shot. Top left. Little celebratory collision. Yeah, it really is. I mean, Peterson's just cleared her teammate out. Absolutely cleared her out. We'll have to address that after the game. All right, so the good guys tied it up. Ends up with Plord. Plord on the change of direction. Has one in front of her, forced off to the right-hand side. Far side of the ice from us on the view. Goddard over to Elkins. Elkins trying to drag around one. Gets it off Goddard. Goddard bounces it off one of the Team One players. Little scrum. Myers. Up long, that'll go long. No icing will be called on that one. Gross will chase it down. That was close, but no trip. Goddard has it. Chipped it up the boards. Bounced off of one of the Team One players. Again up the boards. Gross wanted a piece of that, and that'll be offside. 5:37 remain in what is now a tie game in the second period. Just to warn you, we're going to be changing Wi-Fi, so the live stream will pause for a moment while I make the wireless change at the transition to the third. Culinary to Yoon. Yoon over to Culinary. That will be a tripping call coming up on Charlotte Riddell. I think she was playing the puck, but that's just me. Team One pulled their goalie, but not before the Polar Bears touched it. So, second trip to the sin bin for Riddell. Your power play brigade will be Malay, Myers, McKay and Goddard. Burley set and ready. Ends up with McKay. McKay looking, gets it over to Goddard. Goddard intended to go back, interrupted. Goddard slamming everybody at the boards. Ends up with Myers. Myers. Malay was calling for the pass. She gets a piece of it. Here we go, try this again. Goddard. Up the boards, intended for Myers. Myers, not this time. McKay over to Malay. Malay on the charge. She's got a chance at it. Backhand shot. No goal. I thought for sure that went in. I thought for sure that went in. We have a collision between Myers and one of the TeamONE players. Goddard over to Malay. It's kept away. Goddard sends that forward to Myers. Peterson out now, so we've got two centers. Myers will come off the ice. On will come Annie Gingras. Peterson comes up with a puck. Backhanded pass intended for McKay. Ends up with Gingras. Power play's over. Bears have successfully killed it. Almost got a shorty. Plord now out. Gingras on the advance. Tripped, but no call. Plord. Slight change of direction. Shot low off to the right-hand side. Peterson off the ice. Now comes Myers again. Plord at the board. I'll have fun with that one. TeamONE wanting a piece of that. Ends up near Emma Gross. TeamONE still in control. Gets it past to the center. Poked away by Elkins. Plord will have a chance. She's just got one in front of her. Second shot. That one blocked. Goes high into the left. 2:33 remaining in the second period. Myers. Elkins. Over to Gross. Gross now. On the advance, turns, fires, that one goes high. Covered, frozen, 2:10 remain in the second, and again a tie game. Again, just a programming reminder, the live stream will stop for a moment as I switch Wi-Fi connections, as the one currently holding on is going to die rather quickly, and we don't want that in the middle of what thus far is a rather exciting game. Williams from the point, off the keeper who freezes it. So that took some time off the clock. We'll try this again. Josie Yoon on the face-off. TeamONE finally ends up winning the face-off. They have control now. Riddell takes a shot, ends up bouncing up again. It's for Culinary, goes low. McGinnis, that'll be Riddell. Riddell has the momentum for a second, for the moment. There we go. Culinary behind the net. Pokes that away from TeamONE. Takes her player into the boards for a second. Pass to the center to Williams. Williams fires and into the glove. 1:18. That'll bring back Peterson, Malay, and Gingras. Peterson on the face-off. Ends up with Elkins. Elkins turns, fires low, bounces high into the corner. Peterson has control of it. Gets around one, turns, fires. Shot on goal. Bounces in favor of Team One. Peterson again has it, but she had to reach for that. Gingras keeps it alive. Gingras turns, fires, and it goes in! Cross over the stick. Annie Gingras, her first goal of the season. That puts the Polar Bears up 2-1 in the closing minute of the second period. Face-off, won by the Bears. Peterson has it. Goddard with Elkins. Elkins intended for Peterson is poked away. Gingras has it. That'll come long. New forwards out for the Polar Bears. That's the Myers and Gross. That'll be a tripping call coming up on Team One. That was Bess Elkins who drew that. So we'll have 12 seconds of a power play, assuming that the Bears don't convert it in the next 12 seconds. We'll start off the third period with 1 minute, and I can math, 1 minute and 18 seconds. I can math. It's good. I do want a calculator. Yeah, that would be helpful because I tried to math previously and it didn't work. So this will be the first power play for the Polar Bears. Shot low from Riddell off to the left. That'll go long. Period comes to a close. So 119. So apparently it was a partial second. All right, we'll be back in just a moment after I switch Wi-Fi networks. See you back in just a second. I forgot to tell you, if you're still listening, there is a ice cleaning in between the second and the third period. So we'll have an extra long break, probably about 7 or 8 minutes, give or take, depending on how long it takes to clean the ice. All right, welcome back to the final frame. Pieces are set. Polar Bears will start off this period with 1:19 of a power play, assuming they don't convert it. Chance for an insurance goal. It'll be McLean Myers on the face-off. Out with Brielle Plord. Emma Gross, blue-lined by Rydell and McKay. Face-off, won by the Polar Bears. Rydell over to McKay. Sends it long to Plord. Little tic-tac-toe pass. Plord on the shot. Save by the keeper. I suppose the keeper would be the one who would make the save, otherwise it would be a block, but let's not get lost in the details. McKay has it. Sends it up this time to Gross. Gross got one last game. Let's see if she'll get another one this game. Somebody got it off to Plord. Plord ends up with Myers. Myers in the corner by Gross. Gross on the backhand right now. Sends it off to Rydell. Rydell, backhander over to Gross. Now in the forehand. Turns, looks, fires. Blocked shot. That'll go very, very long across the blue line. And that'll be Brielle Plord chasing that down, keeping that out of the clutches of Team One for the time being. Plord to Rydell. Rydell to Gross. Back and forth, Rydell. Gross. Gross will dump that off on the right side of the center ice line. No icing. Out comes Culinary. And McGinnis. And Yoon, all at the same time. Nice, clean transition there. Yoon, intended for Culinary, I think gets caught up in the corner. Over to McGinnis. Wanted that to be loose. Wide open net on the backside if that had gone the Polar Bears' way. Behind the goal line, Elkins tying up her player. Sorry for the tech issues. Hopefully this recovers it nicely. Peterson will take the face-off. Still 2-1, by the way. Williams. Williams again. Behind the net, that'll be Elkins trying to pick that up in the corner. Team One got there just a little bit ahead. Shot off the post. That'll go across the blue line. That'll be Malay giving chase. Abigail Peterson picks it up, picks it off for a moment, poked away. Gingras. Battle in the corner, ends up with Williams. Williams goes up and over to the left. Looks like it bounced off of somebody. Team One on the charge. Poked loose off to the opposite corner. Peterson has that. Sends that across the blue line. Off goes Peterson and on comes Myers. And that'll be an offside. So, 9.5 minutes plus 2 seconds. Right here in front of us. Offside. Delayed. And that'll be Gross chasing that down into the corner. She picks it up, and it'll come back as an icing, so what do I know? Nope, we're going over on this side. Oh, there you have it. Myers on the face-off. Sends it over to Rydell. Plord to Gross. Gross has one in front, one coming up from the side. Sneaks it between the feet, chases it down behind the goal line. Tries to get it to Plord, gets caught in her feet. Gross to Rydell. Rydell keeps it. Over to McKay. McKay, one. TeamONE has a chance to tie it up. Save by Burley. Saving the game for her. Bounce. Another one hits the post. Clang. Culinary gets it across the blue line, and that'll be Lane McGinnis giving chase. Picked up. Yoon has it at the blue line. Ultimately got it to Goddard, who kept it in the zone for the Polar Bears. It'll be 2-on-none. Culinary running back. Gets there just in time. Burley again, pad save. McGinnis gets it across the blue, pad save. McGinnis gets it across the blue line. Not offside. Seems suspect to me, but hey, I'm not wearing the stripes. That one again frozen by Burley. 7:24. Peterson on the face-off. Won by Gingras. Or controlled by Gingras. I guess Peterson was in the face-off. She won it. I don't know. Whatever the stats say, I don't get involved with that. Rydell up to Malay, poked away. Rydell wanted to get it to Peterson. On comes Gingras. Gingras turns, fires, save. Round to the opposite corner. Peterson got it to Rydell. Rydell turns, blocked. Try this again. Loose puck, controlled by One Hockey. Williams manages to poke that away. Loosens control. Gingras again, coming up on the right-hand side. Gingras turns, fires, blocked by one of the ones. Gingras will chase it back again. Peterson's off the ice. On comes Myers. Goddard. Myers on the hunt. Gets it around one for a second. People get tied up. There's bodies flying everywhere. Oh, the humanity. Plord. Plord gets sent off to the left-hand side. Looking for a wraparound goal. Takes the shot on goal, but it doesn't go in. A mass of sticks in the center. Ends up ultimately with McKay. McKay to Goddard. Goddard low. Off the deflection. Myers ends up with Gross. Gross on a rocket across the net. Doesn't go in, but looks impressive. McKay to Goddard. Goddard has it. Sends it up long. Intended for Gross. Off icing, rather. Little under 5.5. 5:27 remaining in the game. Bears still enjoying a 1-goal lead.
Quick shot, let's go. Go TeamONE.
In the face-off is Josie Yoon. That comes forward to Burley, who covers it. That'll be a Polar Bear freeze. Again, One Hockey wins that. Turns, fires, blocked by Culinary. Interrupted by Yoon. Yoon moves that forward. Culinary will give chase into the corner. McGinnis was there. The two of them together managed to keep it alive for a moment. One Hockey. Poked away by Elkins. Elkins ultimately gets the better of it. Turned over in the neutral zone. One Hockey comes back up with it. Pass intended for the center, doesn't get there. McGinnis will give chase. Elkins to McGinnis, just gets past McGinnis. Will come back. Comes to Culinary. Culinary forward to Yoon. Yoon gets it around one. She's got the speed to make good on the promise there. Ends up with McGinnis. Yoon low. Picked up. 4:25 now. That'll bring out the Peterson line with Rydell and McKay. Peterson wins it. Back to Gingras. That'll go low. Peterson gets tied up in the front of the net. Here we go. Same setup again. Loose this time. Picked up by One Hockey. One Hockey on the charge. One Hockey looking to set up. It's knocked loose somehow. McKay has it. McKay on the change of direction. Sends it around the corner. Over to Rydell. Rydell wants to get it forward. Just didn't have the juice in the pass. One Hockey on the setup. That'll be Malay. Rydell to Peterson. McKay to Rydell. Rydell forward to Malay. Peterson riding the blue line for a second. Malay on the shot. That'll go into the keeper. 3.5 minutes, just a bit shy of that, remain in the game. So now out comes the Myers line. Myers on the face-off. Ultimately won by the Polar Bears. Back to Elkins. Elkins sends that. It goes off to the right-hand side. Plord to Williams. Back to Plord. To Myers. Myers tried to get that forward. Ultimately ends up with the keeper. Frozen. 3:10. Elkins gets that. Potential trippage, but that's all right. Plord wanted a piece of that. Just perhaps waited a second too long. That's all right. Bears still managed to keep control, thanks to Ella Williams there. 2 minutes and 40. Team one on the move. Loose puck from Williams up to Brielle Plord. Gross will chase that down. Myers, backhand, perhaps. Pass intended for Gross. Good setup. Backhanded pass ends up with Rydell. Rydell intended for Myers. That'll be Gross again on the chase down. To no avail as it comes back as an icing. 1:46. Gross coming off. Out comes Yoon in the face-off. So that completes that forward set. Team one has pulled their keeper, so it looks like we're going to have not sure where we're going with this. All right, so it looks as though Team One had 7 skaters on the ice. So they pulled their goalie, put 7 out, so now they're going to get too many on the ice. So they're back down to 4, and they end up in a penalty kill. I did the math successfully. I mathed well. By the way, this one's for Charlotte Rydell, who wanted me to do my Mickey Mouse impression on the air. So, wow, I did a great math. Good shot there by Rydell. So there you go, Charlotte. I should do that impression more. That'll come back to Yoon. Yoon on the cut. The question is, will Team One? Well, now at this point it's academic because they're not going to pull their goalie while it's in their zone. Team One passed forward. Less than a minute now with 45, 4, 3 seconds, and 30 seconds now in the game. Team One still shorthanded, 15 seconds left of a shorthand. That'll be an offside that stops the play. So, will Team One end up pulling their goalkeeper? Now that the face-off's down here, we'll see what happens. Face-off, ultimately won by Team One. Elkins gets it away. Peterson had it for a second, ends up with... Then it ended up with Malay. Power play's over, 9-8. Goalie's still in place. 6-5. All they have to do is eat time. Williams forward to Gingras, and that ends the game. So Polar Bears over Team One, 2-1. And so like that, 2 victories in a row on the Friday of the tournament. Sounds like a good plan to me. So we'll see you back tomorrow at 11:15. Thank you to the research department. 11:15 for the 3rd game of the round robin in the shoulder check tournament. After that, no idea what's going to happen in terms of scheduling. So we'll see. We'll let you know one way or another. At some point tomorrow evening after 6 o'clock, between 6 and 7:45. Again, the research department is on fire today. All right, whatever it is, we'll see you back tomorrow morning. Take it easy. Have a great one.